India-EU Free Trade Pact, a strategic reshaping global trade lines. The long-anticipated free trade agreement between India and European Union marks a decisive turning point in global commerce, recalibrating supply chains, lowering trade barriers, and offering both economies a powerful hedge against rising protectionism elsewhere. Announced jointly by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, and European Council President Antonio Costa, the agreement is being hailed as one of the most consequential trade deals India has ever negotiated. At its core, the pact promises sweeping tariff eliminations, expanded market access, and a rebalancing of competitive advantages, particularly critical at a time when Indian exporters face punitive duties in the United States. India's textile and apparel sector, which exported over $6 billion to the US last year, stands to benefit disproportionately. For years, Indian exporters have struggled to compete in Europe against rivals such as Vietnam and Bangladesh, both of which enjoy professional tariff treatment. By dismantling these barriers, the FTA levels the playing field, potentially allowing India to reclaim lost ground in one of the world's most lucrative fashion market. Similarly, in gems and jewelry, where the US accounts for roughly one third of India's exports, Europe now emerges as a strategic counterweight, insulting the sector from overdependence on a single market. The agreement is far from one sided. Over the next decade, India will reduce or eliminate tariffs on 93% of imports from the EU, expanding coverage to nearly 97% through quota based concession. India is also opening over 92% of its tariff lines and more than 100 services subsectors to European businesses. Perhaps the most politically sensitive shift lies in the automobile sector. European cars currently face duties as high as 110% in India. Under the FTA, tariffs on premium vehicle priced over 25 lakh will fall to around 10% within an annual quota of 250,000 vehicles. Electric vehicle will follow with tariff reduction kicking in after 5 years. European manufacturers of machinery, electrical equipment, aircraft, medical and surgical devices, pharmaceuticals, chemicals, iron and steel are also set to gain near unrestricted access to the Indian market. In a world increasingly defined by fragmented trade blocs, tariff war and geopolitical realignment, the India-EU FTA is more than an economic agreement. It is a strategic partnership for India. It reduces reliance on volatile market and strengthens export resilience for Europe. It secures deeper access to one of the fastest growing major economies at the time when global demand is slowing. The agreement is currently undergoing legal review with formal signing expected next, followed by ratification, a process likely to take around 1 year. Once implemented, the deal aims to push bilateral trade to $200 billion in goods and $125 billion in services by 2030, fundamentally altering the scale and scope of India-EU economic engagement. If executed effectively, the FTA may well redefine how India positions itself in the global trade order, not as tariff protected market but as a competitive, deeply integrated economic power.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.